Hi friends, it's Amy and I'm your sewing teacher, and I'm here this week to talk about fixing straps to a bag that you love. I know so many of us are tired of throwing away a perfectly good bag just because the straps start to go. Well, today I am going to change out the straps on a bag that is perfectly fine in every other way. This is a Kate Spade bag that I got off of our local Buy Nothing Facebook group. Now I have decided to fix this, and then I'm going to offer it back to the woman that gifted it to me. This bag is really fantastic condition. So as you can see with the straps of this bag, it really is just straps. So I'm going to remove the straps. I'm going to make 2 new straps out of leather. But if you're like me and you do a little bit of every kind of sewing, you might have some faux leather or leather on hand that you can use to replace these straps. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do this. So I've gone to the leather store recently and I forgot that I had picked up a whole scrap bag of strapping. This didn't cost me but $8 for all of this strapping, and I can use this to put a new handle on the bag. The best thing about using pre-made strapping is that I don't have to do any sewing here except to attach it to the bag. So I'm going to use a fresh strap. I will use either a Sharpie on the side to darken the side, or I'm going to use some edge paint. If you don't have edge paint, that's okay. Go ahead and use a Sharpie to darken the side of the strapping. So first I'm going to find one that looks to be what I'm looking for in regards to a comparison on the bag. And I think that using a nice flat black would be nice. And I don't think it's too different than the bag. So I'm going to go with that one. There you go. We have now removed the old straps and we have enough space in the openings to put the new straps.
So you'll see that I'm using a Sharpie, and after the Sharpie I'm using a buffing tool. This buffing tool is from the leather store, but you can also use the buffing side of a nail file. Once you have done the edges of the straps, I'm going to use the double-sided tape on all 4 edges so that when I put it inside the bag holes that are already there, it's going to stay in the right place. Once they're in the right place, I take some Fabri-Tac and I'm going to squeeze some Fabri-Tac nice and low on those straps on the inside, and then I'm going to use my clips to keep them in place.
Now I'm going to sew it on. This is my girl. Her name is Daisy. She is an industrial walking foot machine. I got her at Christmas time, and she is vintage, so she's about a 1950s. She's been overhauled. She has a new motor, and I got a great deal on her, and she enables me to work on leather and other heavy-duty materials without really having to worry. And she is cylindrical, meaning that she doesn't have a full platform, and that allows me to work on things like shoes and upholstery and bags and things that you wouldn't normally be able to get around because of the platform. So because there's no reverse stitch on these industrial machines, I have to pull the stitch through and knot it where I started and where I finished. Well, my friends, that's it. I have now replaced the straps on this Kate Spade bag with real leather strapping that I got at the leather store in the scrap bin. This total cost of changing out these straps would have been less than $1 plus my time, and it didn't take me longer than 30 minutes to do this. So if you have a bag that is in perfect condition and just needs the straps changed out, this isn't a tough job. This bag has now been saved from the landfill and probably has a whole nother life for somebody else. Thanks so much for joining me today. Thanks for this great journey of trying to save the environment and to learn how to sew. Sometimes it's my students' journey, sometimes it's my children's journey, sometimes it's my sewing journey. It's definitely part of your sewing journey. Thank you so much for joining me this week. If this is content that you like, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe below if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week.